over some years, right? So I have a couple questions, and please, nobody get offended when I ask them, because I fuck with y'all and y'all fuck with me, correct? And we fuck with each other, so everything's okay, correct? Okay. Why was y'all boyfriend so old in high school? Why was y'all boyfriend so old in high school? Why was it that I had friends, and I know y'all probably had friends who was 15, 16, 17 years old, and their boyfriend was 24, 25, 26, 32 years old? Can we talk about it? Why is... And fellas, guys, y'all dating? Okay, so is any of my male Facebook friends dating a bitch under 21 right now? Are you dating a bitch out in high school? Are any of my friends dating an 18-year-old in high school, or a bitch that's under 21 right now? He said, yes, sir. Xavier Brown, you are gross. How old is your bitch? 32. Okay, I was finna say, I'm like, no, come on now. Can you talk to me? Nah, but I really wanna ask that question, because I'm not finna just blame the women. Because the women were children, so they were getting manipulated by pedophiles. My question is, what were you niggas doing? What would you rather have, ladies? A nigga that's dating white bitches or a nigga that's dating teenagers? Let me know something. What would you rather have? A nigga that's dating white bitches or a nigga that's dating teenagers? Because motherfuckers be complaining about motherfuckers dating white bitches more than they complain about dating teenagers. And the craziest part is, have you gone back and listened to some of the old music that we used to jam and love? Because men lie about their age also, use money to entice these. Yeah. The men is the problem. They're manipulating girls. You see what I'm saying? Oh, what's good? What's good? We talking about that pimp talk right now. I got a question. I got another question for you. Because niggas tend to mention about, you know what I mean, the pimp shit, and how pimps tend to meet women young and break them down, right? Well, shit, I was always unattractive, and I didn't really have no money, so I had to break bitches down my age. I couldn't just entice young bitches with money. So all of my player pimping then came from me having to work at McDonald's and work at terrible-ass jobs and still have to pull bitches every day. So that's a little different for me. But did you know that a lot of the music that we used to listen to, our favorite rappers be fucking kids and shit. Like teenagers and shit. I'm not gonna say kids, but teenagers. Like, now that I think about it, a juvie in my culture, because I'm from New Orleans, you see what I'm saying? A juvie is something that's very common. And that's when a nigga older is dating a young bitch. That is something in New Orleans that people say a lot. It's called having a juvie. Meet a bitch, smack a bitch, break a bitch down. New age pimping. Exactly. Yeah, I ain't well, see, no, but back in the day it was a lot of that. It was a lot of niggas manipulating young bitches, breaking them down, and then have them working young. You meet them at 16, 17, you groom them. By 18, 19, she legal and doing whatever you want her to do because she done already been in the program. That's not how it goes in 2020, because you could just break a bitch down just because bitches need you nowadays. So you don't even need to do all that craziness. I don't fuck with kids. I don't like kids. And when I say I don't like kids, I only fuck with adults. I mean, I'm talking 21 and up. I don't like kids at all, period. So I don't know nothing about that. So with that, I don't play them games at all. I don't like kids. So with that, I'm not finna fuck with no young ass bitch. She gotta be in my age range some kind of way. The lowest I'll go is 21. She gotta be 21. Now with that, this is where that crack epidemic and them crack babies and shit, we can't be like our parents and our uncles and our aunties. Our parents, uncles, and aunties, not all of them, but a lot of our parents, uncles, and aunties was not living great, was not doing great. We making more money than them. We prospering more than them. We doing better than they doing. So with that, we can't have the same mindset they had. They was fucking with, look, I ain't to that spot yet. I'm 22, so the cutoff is high school. If she done graduated, I'm smashing. Okay, your cutoff is 18 at 22. You see what I'm saying? Because you could date a bitch that's in college at 18. She's a freshman. You can be a senior in college at 22. Okay, that's different. Okay, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. Nigga, you're a child and you just turned 22. You ain't even been 22 forever. Nigga, you're young than a bitch. You don't count. Okay? I do appreciate you prefacing that, because if I see you with an 18-year-old bitch, I would have mentioned it, but then I'm like, oh yeah, my nigga a child. So you young than a hoe. I don't even know how many drinks you done bought at the bar. You don't gotta worry about that. You know what I mean? You look. And plus you my nigga, so I already know you. Underage anything is strictly prohibited. Exactly. We don't play them games. But see, the thing that it's in our culture. Like, if you think about it, this goes back to one of my other previous podcast episodes where I was talking about women being trophies. Because the younger prime, you know what I mean? She's fresh, tenderoni is what the niggas like to call it. You see what I'm saying? They're better trophies than a bitch you in your 30s and she in her 30s. I mean, I like older women. I like mature types. She doesn't necessarily have to be older in age, but she got to be a mature type. I like mature women. So with that, you know what I mean? That's different for me. But it's a lot of niggas that just want trophy bitches. And the best looking women, of course, when you're younger, you see what I'm saying? When you're in your prime, between 18 to 25, 18 to 28, you see what I'm saying? You looking your best. Of course, you're going to look your best 21, 22. You still got all of your energy. You're probably working out. You're probably still able to drink all night and then wake up at 8 in the morning and shit. All of the shit you used to do. You see what I'm saying? Y'all remember y'all days when y'all was young and thotting? You come on now, my homegirls know what's up. We talk about the truth. We don't bullshit. Okay, y'all remember when y'all was young and thotting out here in the streets? Now my question is, but you gotta kind of understand where women coming from. Not niggas, because the niggas that's fucking with these underage bitches, they fucked up. But you gotta understand where the women coming from. Okay, let me read a couple of these comments real quick. Because this a long one, and I love my nigga Samuel Levon. This nigga is always on my podcast lives, and he does the best motherfucking comments that I be getting. I fuck with my boy. Y'all make sure to go follow Samuel Levon. A lot of what I say was men who ended up in prison or dropped out of school and they were selling drugs and they were stuck mentally as a high school student. Yeah, that's very true. It's a lot of niggas that never got to leave high school. It's a lot of niggas that never got to leave their hometown, their home area, so everybody around them is really all they know. But I want to talk about this from the women's perspective. Okay. Because you got to think about it. You 15, 16, 17. You may or may not have had your first time, but you have been going through sexual experiences, potentially, right? The only niggas that you really get to see on a day-to-day basis are other motherfuckers that's getting raised by their parents just like you getting raised. So anything that you may want, they can't necessarily provide for you. Then, a nigga with a car and with money and with free time comes to you as a woman, young, and you a girl, you're not a woman, as a girl, but I'm saying as a woman, and is hitting you with the same shit, more refined shit, than you're getting hit with by these fucking teenage boys who don't know nothing about game, don't know nothing about mental manipulation, haven't had no experiences, you see what I'm saying, haven't had no chances to actually been through some shit to know when a nigga playing games, when a nigga fronting, when a nigga bullshitting, right? So this nigga is hitting you with refined talk. As a young girl, you don't know what to do. The high school niggas can't even buy you 2 cookies at the motherfucking lunch line. This nigga's buying you lunch, dinner, got weed for you, and alcohol. You probably never done had alcohol before. You probably done never smoked before. He's giving you all new experiences. One thing women love is to be taught. Let me read some of these comments before I continue. I wasn't thotting, but I definitely had a boyfriend who was way too old for me as a freshman, sophomore in high school. Yeah, he was a pedophile. I was 14, and all I was thinking was he had his own car, a job, he's in college, thought I was winning, but in hindsight, it's 2020, of course. Refined talk. I like that. Yeah, it's just a little bit, it's the same game that a motherfucking 14, 15, we've been hitting bitches with the same game for fucking 10 years. We've been hitting bitches with the same game, some of us 20 years. Some of my niggas is 30, 40 that's on my that watch my podcast. And we've been hitting bitches with the same game for 20, 30 years. We just been refining it. I've been hitting with the bitches with the same game for 8 years at least. At least I've been hitting bitches with the same game for 8 years. But year 2 game and year 8 game, it's a lot more refined. I know exactly how to say, to who to say, to when to say it to. It's completely different. So as a woman, what are you supposed to do? You don't know when you're young, and then you're telling your homegirls about these experiences, and they telling you about the problems they having with their high school boyfriends. And I remember these conversations in high school. Bitches would be like, oh, I don't got those problems. My man is a man. He in college. Like, he only called me this, and that. Whole time, that nigga's a hoe. That nigga's a weak-ass nigga in college because he can't get no college bitches. That's why he fucking with you in high school. Because he can't get no bitches on the campus where he at. Or he's not even really in college and he's lying to you. That's another one. A lot of these niggas was never in college. A lot of y'all high school boyfriends that's way too old for y'all that told y'all they was in college, they never got that degree that they was talking about. They never really was in college. And you was getting played. Okay, I'm getting a lot of comments. I want to make sure I read my comments. All right, this is Samuel Levon. Women are labeled hoes early in life if she ain't doing nothing. Many of them have issues with their mother and there is no father in the home. And then when a man comes along pretending to care, facts, understanding her facts, he manipulates her. But he may feel that he is someone he can rely on, like a savior of some sort. Yeah, I believe that. That's why the whole thing is real popular in culture, especially in relationship culture, for women to call their man daddy. There's a reason for that, because they don't actually have one. It's definitely Eliza Renee, definitely pedo. Yeah, at least 8 years. Facts. That game, it's been refined. Riri, Angelique, dude got killed for doing the same thing he did to me to the wrong nigga's sister, daughter, little cousin, or whoever did it. They got a wow. So niggas is getting murked every day. And this is the truth. Niggas is getting murked every day for that pedophile shit. And judges will be lenient. They will give you crime of passion. They will give you probation. They will do their best not to put you in jail if you injure or hurt, kill pedophiles, especially if it's one of your family members, because who knows what you're gonna do. So it's a lot of niggas doing this shit. It's happening a little bit less now because of social media. You know why? Because young girls like to take pictures and videos. And they like to TikTok and Snapchat and do the Facebook and Instagram shit all the time. So it's really hard for these pedophiles to hide because This little girl is gonna wanna, if you're gonna keep pretending and lying to her that you're in a relationship, this little girl is gonna fuck around and take pictures of you. You see what I'm saying? Try to take pictures with you. People are gonna start putting two and two together. Okay, why is this girl 16? How is she able to go to this dinner? How is she able to be in the passenger seat of this car and shit like that? And she's not. People think like, and people put two and two together, and people have understanding. So that's why I'm glad. Like, social media sucks and it's annoying, but at the same time, it does have its positive implications. Like, it's harder to be a fuck nigga because you can lie as much as you want, but after a while, the truth comes out, and it's definitely hard to fuck with little girls and shit because little girls put everything online nowadays. Everything. Back to the comments. It ain't that he can't get them. High school girls don't know shit, so they are easier to manipulate. He doesn't want to do the work it takes with seasoned women because you already know the game. No, that's what I mean. What I mean by they can't is because they game isn't refined enough to actually get a real bitch. You see what I'm saying? They can't, you know what I mean? They not really, when I say they may physically have the ability, but they really can't do it. You know what I mean? It's, you know, we all know niggas that can't get no box. We all know niggas that can't get no bitches. We all know niggas that ain't fucking nothing. And that's why. Because they really, so that's why they go to the younger, they keep going younger and younger so they can, instead of having to pull and do the things that they supposed to do, they can manipulate. Mind you, he did 5 years for statutory, resulting in pregnancy. So he was, oh, wow. Yeah, that's gross. Gross. Nasty motherfucker. And I'm just glad that social media is a thing because we cannot take pride in it. We cannot have women being like, I had the sauce. I was fucking grown men when I was 16. That is disgusting, bitch. You didn't do that. Lame ass niggas that wasn't able to pull real women came to pull your childish ass, and you thought that you was that nigga because he was buying you fucking meals and shit. I wonder if women think about that. I really do, because it's rough. That's a rough way to think about. You got to wake up in your 20s and your 30s and you like, wow, I think I like older men because when I was a child, I was fucking with older niggas and they was pedophiles. So it really does, it comes full circle. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It comes full circle. You see what I'm saying? You 16, 17, like in 20, 30-year-olds. So now you 26. You see what I'm saying? 27, like in 30, 40-year-olds. Because all you're used to is a nigga being so much more mature than you. A nigga having so much more than you because he's lived so much of a longer life than you. It would make sense that a nigga in his 30s would have more than a nigga that you dating in his 20s. This nigga got 10 years on that nigga. He better have more shit. He better be doing better in life. And women be like, man, older niggas just are more mature. No, they pockets is more mature. They lifestyle is more mature. In a lot of cases. Not in every case, but in a lot of cases. Charles Seaboy Fairs Jr. says, this one nigga was coming to my high school to pick up a sophomore chick, and I was getting picked up by his college freshman sister. She is disgusting too. Niggas, we don't got the juice. We don't. Alright? We might have some juice. We might have some sauce. But if we was fucking older bitches, we got to think about who these bitches are and what problems these bitches had. Because we grown now. Think about how bougie bitches is, dog. Do you think that if a bitch was fucking you at 15, 16, and she was in her 20s, that she really had her shit together? Because bitches ain't fucking you now. But they was fucking you then, they ain't fucking you now. So it had to be something wrong with them. Because you know how much of an issue, except, you know, we all are able to pull what we can pull, but we know how much of an issue these bitches is. We know how high they standards are. So if a bitch standards is so high in life and she fucking 16-year-olds with nothing that's going for them, living with their parents, you got to think about what kind of hoes these is. Exactly. You got to think about what kind of hoes these is. We cannot say that we sauced up as niggas, just like women can't say that they sauced up. I don't give a fuck. I fucked like a 24-year-old when I was 17, I think. 17, 18, I think. She may have been either 24 or 25. As an adult, now that I realized the bitch was a lame. She couldn't keep no niggas, and all the niggas that she was fucking with was trash. So of course she would fuck with a nigga fresh out of high school. Of course. She done gave up on finding a real man. She done gave up on finding a real dude. So she'll fuck with anything that she think look kind of cute. Pedophile. Disgusting. Gross. I didn't have shit going for me. I was still living with my dad. I'm thinking I'm doing something lit because I'm fucking with a grown woman. I'm driving her car and shit to go eat Taco Bueno and shit. Come to find out, this motherfucker ain't worth a goddamn. And I would have probably ruined my life really fucking with this bitch. I had a 20-year-old boyfriend my freshman year. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Jackie, if you missed this episode, it'll be up on Spotify and Apple Podcast and Google Podcast right after we finish. We talking about having niggas fucking with underage girls is clown shit. Point blank. Yes, I agree. Seth Munoz, first girl I hit was 18 and I was 13 at the time. I thought I was popping, but I see the shorty now and I can't even look at her right. Exactly. Like when you really think about it, it really kind of affects you. Like that's not what's up. That's not okay. Tony Monk. And niggas and females thought they were winning back then. We did. Like, niggas really thought that. Speaking of which, if you guys are not subscribed to Spot On Sports on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, you on sleep. It's the best sports show, completely black owned. And trust me, all of our analytics, all of our stats, and all of our commentary is not just accurate. It is spot on. So if you are not subscribed to Spot On Sports, you are asleep. And that's on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We're finna have a website coming up real soon. Spot On Sports. Not just accurate, spot on. But back to what I was saying. To be 1,000. We swore on our souls that we was popping. Having these old ass bitches spending their garbage ass checks, having these niggas spending their warehouse checks because they really wasn't working no real jobs on high schoolers, and we thought we was lit. Women thought they was lit. Niggas thought they was lit. We wasn't. It's a lot of my partners that was probably football players and basketball players. It was a lot of my homegirls that was probably cheerleaders and majorettes and shit like that. So they felt like as though, oh yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more mature than the people around me. Maybe I deserve a more mature person. Nah, you weren't developed up here. You may have developed a little bit faster than your peers body-wise, but y'all had the same development up here. The same amount. But we gotta stop talking about it as if it's just the man and start talking about the culture. Because to a degree, our society is to blame for creating the older man, younger girl relationship. I agree. I don't think that it's just men itself. I agree. All right, Spot On Sports is pinned in the comments. So if you guys want to go ahead, do the Spot On Sports is pinned in the comments. I definitely dated older dudes when I was younger. I still would. 10-year difference ain't too bad. You think about that until you say 15 and 25. That's kind of bad. 14 and 24. 16 and 26. That's kind of bad. That's a discrepancy. I'm 26. I am 26 years old. What in the holy mother of God would I be able to do with a 16-year-old girl? That is an issue. 10 years is a we young as fuck. 10 years is a big difference. I'm 26. No. What the fuck? What? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's the culture. It's the music we've been listening to. It's the trophy mentality. It's just weird. There is a white man right now that is fucking, I don't even know how old fucking Hugh Hefner is, and his entire life has been objectifying motherfucking 18 to 25-year-olds. And I don't got no problem with Playboy. But goddamn, it was lit when the nigga was 27, 28, 32, 35. Yeah, you know what I mean? He in the prime of his life. Pulling the baddest bitches. Making the most money. That nigga finna die. The fuck is he even looking at hoes for? And they're 18. Going to that old white man showing they box for interviews and shit. $15 to $21. Dog, I know 21-year-old bitches right now, dog, that wouldn't even look at a 15-year-old. Hell, and a black man, too. He just ain't making as much money from it. Like you have to. Yeah, it's niggas doing it, too. 17, 18-year-old girls. 16. And it's our culture. It is something that, I mean, it's not as much now, again, because you know how shit is. Shit's starting to change. But it's still prevalent, and it's still in our culture, and it's something that it needs to change immediately. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just the men. It's out here. It's women, too. And women got it bad. Okay? Y'all got it. Look. This is not a double standard, okay? This is not okay, and this is not cool, but I'm finna give y'all an example, and I want to see how many times y'all have heard that. Okay, said woman or man comes in a place with their son, and their female friend is like, that's my boyfriend. How many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard a woman be like, that's a little man, that's my boyfriend, and then will talk to a little boy? They may not mean nothing by it. But how many times have you heard it? They may not have no ill intentions. But how many times have you heard it? They may not have even ever actually thought about actually having no type of relationship with a kid ever, doesn't even cross their mind. But how many times have you heard it? The reason I asked that, what if you brought your daughter in somewhere and one of your male partners was like, that's my girlfriend? I'm going to let it sit quiet for a second. You hear that? That's all of the double standards that motherfuckers have been putting up getting broken down real quick. Women have been getting away with a lot more than you would think. But let's be 1,000. How many times have you heard a woman be like, that's my little boyfriend? That's my little boo. Just imagine if a nigga said that about somebody's daughter. Just imagine. Friendship over. Any type of relationship is over. Any of it. Disgusting. But it's happening, right? Somebody's probably saying that shit right now. Okay, my partner always has the dope ass analysis, Samuel Levon, because women are not looked at as predators, but it goes back to the man because it is being ran from a patriarchal society. Yes. We praise little boys for getting a girl no matter the age, but then tell little girls to never look at a man. I agree with that, and it's wrong, because I'm going to tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. My little nigga ain't finna be exposed to all this shit. I ain't finna be one of the motherfuckers that's gonna be like, oh yeah, my little nigga gonna be a heartbreaker. God damn it, my little nigga gonna be good in school. My little nigga go have good grades, motherfucker. My little nigga gonna be good in sports or whatever other extracurriculars that nigga decides to do if he don't want to do sports. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn bitches. Because especially if that young nigga gets something pregnant at 16, 17, I'm kicking this nigga in the motherfucking chest. And then I'm going to help him raise a child, unfortunately. And then I'm going to make fun of him all the time for getting some chick pregnant at 16 as I help him raise it. I'm going to make this nigga feel horrible for that shit. Because I'm not going to raise him in that way where that's something that he's going to feel like is okay or cool. You ain't finna just be no god. You could fuck as many bitches as you want when you get the fuck up out my house after you graduate high school. That's exactly what my dad told me. Nigga, you better get that high school degree. That high school diploma. Then whatever the fuck you want to do after that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So I damn sure made sure I got that motherfucker at least. And if I have a son or a daughter, goddamn it, you can do whatever the fuck you want when you get that degree, you get that diploma on my motherfucking house. And you better hope I'm in a good mood, because it might be the degree. You might have to go all the way to college and get some more on that ass if I decide, motherfucker, if I want to, because I brought you in this world. And you ain't bringing shit in this world until I decide for you too. Or until you get the fuck up out my house. One of the two. But I'm not going to let my son think that that's cool. I'm not going to let my just because he's a boy, it's not going to be on, no, yeah, my son can have a boyfriend, but my daughter can't have no girl. No, the fuck he can't. The fuck you finna have bitches in my house for, nigga? You ain't shit. You ain't do shit. You ain't earn bitches. How did you earn bitches? What, because you ran fast on a motherfucking field? You think I'm finna let you have a fucking girlfriend? Nah. Just because you shot a goddamn hoop? Motherfucker. Or threw a discus far? Motherfucker. You think you finna... No. No. Just because I'm gonna make sure you got nice long-ass dreads when you in high school? I don't give a fuck what these bitches think. God damn it. You better have these fucking grades on point. And hide it from me and lie like a fucking child does. You better lie about it like a child does and hide and manipulate like a fucking child does. You ain't finna, just because you were a boy, you ain't finna just have bitches in my shit. You gon' learn. There's deference to everything. There's a pecking order to everything. Nigga, I pay the bills in this bitch, so I get the bitches. Okay? He who pays the bills gets the bitches. Son, you gonna learn that. And when you start paying your own shit, you got your own bitches. That's what happens. Snoop just said Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion need to leave something to the imagination. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that. That is going to be a completely different podcast episode. I might even do that later today when I charge my phone. Please don't let me get into the hypocrisy of Snoop. There's an album called Doggy Style. I'ma shut up. He has an album called Doggy Style. Yes, you have to earn bitches. You can't just get bitches, you earn bitches. Okay, son, goddammit, you're fucking 16 and you run good on the field. You play some fucking good football and you shoot a good hoop, goddammit, and you jump over some motherfucking hurdles. You think you done earn bitches in my house? No. And you can't even fucking smoke weed unless you got straight A's and are a fucking junior in high school. I've already thought about this. It's crazy how I don't want no kids, but I done already planned out both my son and my daughter's life as if I'm ready to have them. Nigga, what the fuck? You ain't smoking weed till you a junior, and you better have straight A's. And if you're playing sports, you're just out of there. Nigga, you can't even smoke during the summer if you're playing sports. You just out of there. Weed just ain't your shit. And if I got a daughter, same shit. The fuck with a boyfriend? Better get acquainted with them books. Better make out with them books, goddammit. Yes, I earned it, Pop. I earned the smacking the fuck out you. You got me what? Your kid's going to get a job on you. But exactly. My kids are going to get a job and get out my fucking house and then go earn bitches or go earn niggas or go earn freedom or go earn what the shit that they want. You can't just get it. My dad didn't give it to me. I couldn't have no bitches in his house. Nigga, I had to get kicked out and beat the fuck up. And then my little brother kinda was able to have a girlfriend after I got kicked the fuck out for some bitches. Let's be 1,000. My point was to show how we blame women for being... Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, we blame women for being the way they are when men created them to be that way. Women are only doing what they think... Yes, this is very true. Women are only doing what they think the society of men like. This is a fact. I'm gonna do a whole live. I'm gonna do a whole live on that specifically. I hope you're there. But let's be 1,000, man. We do a lot of that. We do a lot of hypocrisy. We do a lot of that, and I don't like that hypocrisy shit. So let's be one. My fucking son. Okay, goddammit, you ain't finna have no bitches until you earn them. Okay, and what I mean by earn them, if you getting to a point where you finna go to college and get your own dorm, and I'm paying for you to get your first or second car or whatever, cause you finna do the shit that I done asked you to do. You got your diploma, okay, and now it's senior year. You see what I'm saying? And then you walk up on me right before prom and like, hey, by the way, this my girlfriend. That's how I want to meet my son girlfriend, okay? And that's how I want to meet my daughter boyfriend. On some shit like that, okay? It's senior year. You done already did all the shit that I done asked you to do, so I can't even get mad no more. Like, what I'm fucking... You done already figured out where you finna go to school, got approved, okay? So you going to school, okay? You finna graduate, okay? You had prom, everything chilling. Then you walk up on me, hey, Dad, this is my boyfriend, you know what I mean, whatever the fuck little nigga named Timothy or Levon if he black or whatever stupid ass shit the little nigga name is. You want me to tell you what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pretend like I give a fuck and I don't. That's exactly what I'm gonna do for my son and my daughter. I'm gonna pretend like I give a fuck and I don't. Who the fuck is this nigga? Da-da-da-da. But I'm happy for you taking the pictures. If you do my little daughter bad, I'm gonna beat you up. No, I'm not gonna beat the little nigga up if he cheat on my daughter. My daughter need to get cheated on so she could learn. But she better already be graduating and shit. He better already be graduating and shit. You see what I'm saying? So if your son don't go to college, he can't get no pussy. No. It's not about going to college. That's just one example. He gotta be doing his own thing. He gotta be, you know what I mean? You know, he gotta be doing man shit. You see, he can't be in my house. Like, he can't do... And even if he in my house and he finna get up out my house, that's different. You see what I'm saying? If he in my house and got the motherfucking steps he taking to get the fuck up out my house, then yes. Okay? Or college. Yes, that's a good one. Fucking something with sports. Bet. You go and do your trade. Bet. You finna get your own apartment. Bet. You see what I'm saying? You and the little bitch finna move in. Bet. All that shit, I just need you to get that high school for me. My kids getting at high school. You either getting that high school diploma or you finna be making millions doing some stupid shit. But you better be getting in high school. I need that high school out you. Oh, okay, no, you good. But you don't understand how many dumb niggas come on my podcast and really need to learn. So you trolling is cool because me answering the question, that's all that's gonna matter. But it's like let's be 1,000 though. Because a lot of niggas have the mindset that I just have about their daughter. But if they son came to them sophomore year with a girlfriend, they don't give a fuck. Okay, if they son came to them freshman year with a little girl that they hanging out with every day, they don't give a fuck. I don't play that shit. No, because I wouldn't let my daughter do that shit. I wouldn't let my daughter beat up with some nigga and she a freshman and I don't even know if she finna fucking graduate high school because she a freshman. Motherfucker, make sure you graduate first. Or at least finna graduate, and then you could be fucking with all the little niggas you want at school. You ain't doing that at my house. You ain't doing that at my house. And y'all better not be letting y'all sons do that shit. Because that's where you get a bunch of niggas that have never been told no to shit, and they start to getting entitled, and that's where we get all these weak ass, soft ass niggas at in the world. And I don't like that shit. All you niggas be weak sometimes, and it could be fixed if niggas got humbled when they was younger and got told no to shit. Yes, make it equal for the son and the daughter. I agree 1000%. I have seen in the barbershop old niggas ask little boys if they have girlfriends. Like, your uncles and your cousins will ask a boy if they done got some pussy at 13. They was asking me if I had some pussy at 13. 14. I was looking at them like, no. What the fuck? No, I haven't. Low key, I was kind of sad because a couple of my other cousins and the other niggas would be like, yeah. So I'm looking around like, am I doing something wrong? But no, come to find out, it's just, yeah, it's just how, especially back in the day, it's just how we was brought up. For niggas, it's different. For women, it was different. And for me, nigga, I was a junior in high school when I lost my shit. I was a junior in high school. I didn't even make out with a bitch till I was a sophomore in high school. Okay, so I know that you can take it slow and still, when it's your time, it's your time. I'm a prime example. Or you can take it slow, but then when you start, nigga, it's pure and you go as far as you need to go. Okay. Take your time. You don't have to be an adult early. I'm so thankful I had a long, extended childhood, preteen, adolescence, and teenage life. I didn't have to grow into an adult too early. I got pussy early and still graduated high. I mean, most people got pussy early and still graduated high school. I don't really know if that's relevant. You see what happens? See what happens when niggas be getting on my podcast trying to make points. Everybody clap it up for my nigga. Clap it up for that comment. That was the comment of the day. Everybody clap it up for that comment. Well, that's a great place to close. In closing. The best thing I can say is equality. The best thing I can say is equality. Okay? The best thing I can say is equality. It's not okay for girls at 15, 16 to be fucking with grown ass niggas. It's not okay for niggas at 15, 16 to be fucking with grown ass bitches. The reason being, those grown niggas and those grown bitches are sick. They have mental something wrong with them, issues, problems, something, somewhere. There's a reason that they're fucking with children and not adults. And we have to be equal. Because the more equal that we are starting young, the less double standards and stereotypes that we don't like, that we can remedy, fix, and change in the future. And if we start to having some of this shit change in our kids, then they won't be as fucked up as we are. Do y'all see how Facebook look? Do y'all see how Twitter look? Do y'all see how Instagram look? It would behoove us. It would behoove us to instill something different, something better, something more pure in the next generation of people coming up under us. And don't just say, oh, the next generation is lost. No, we are the influence on the next generation. So if they fail, it's our fault. Let's do something. It's Younggodatm. I don't put no holes on the strip or use a smooth talk or a swift hand to break down a bitch. It's the respect that I get. Energy, effort is the time that's spent. My time is money. So they're going to reimburse every cent. And if that don't make sense, you were listening to Pimp Talk, the podcast. Y'all make sure to subscribe on Apple, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts. Look up Pimp Talk, the podcast. If y'all want to hear me talk about sports, go to the link below. That is Spot on Sports on YouTube. Not just accurate, but Spot on Sports. Y'all make sure to hit that boy. Y'all make sure to hit those likes. Subscribe. If you personally need the link and you cannot find me, just hit me up in my inbox, hit me up in the comments. I have all of the links you need. That is Apple Podcasts, that is Google Podcasts, that is Spotify, that is Anchor, that is Breaker. And if you want to hear me talk about sports, that is YouTube on Spot on Sports. This has been Pimp Talk the Podcast.